gonna switch off the video because.
Okay, here we are. Yes, Sakis is also here with us.
Is he? Yeah.
Okay, start Vangelis.
Hello, Sakis.
Hi, Sakis.
Well, okay, in general, this meeting is about the financial stuff that we need to arrange. So the first priority that we will address will be, of course, to finalize the contract. So, and the second is to see a bit the kind of budget and arrange a bit the financial things that we need to arrange. Of course, Kostas, you have to guide us in some matters because we don't have such experience as you do.
Please.
So. Yes, the very first thing would be like to check a bit the contacts. I don't know, Kostas, did you check them that you told me on Friday or not?
It's in Basecamp. Yeah,
Yes.
you know, this period I'm so not busy, but okay. But I have not actually. But I'm going to do it
now.
Now, yes. Wait a minute to open the. Yeah, okay, I'm going to open directly now.
Contracts.
Here we are. This docs and files, resources, meetings, implementation. Let's also share my screen in order to see what I'm sharing.
Can you share yours? Yeah, okay.
I'm going to share mine. Share screen. Yeah. So essential, where there is in financial, where is the contract now?
You opened the file, right? No, I think we have shared Google Docs. Akis, where did you upload that? Do you remember?
It's not here.
No, it should be there.
Management, it's not meeting, implementation. Actually, I'm putting personal, I'm putting essentials of the contracts, but contracts, yeah, it's here. In essential, good.
Yes, if you take the contracts, there are like two of those that are live docs. So, okay, it's the partners contracts that we need to check.
Yeah, so I'm going to directly now the entry, organizer, coordinator, agreement number. I'm not checking, this is the agreement number, okay? Yes, check, yes, so the agency, obligation. Dissemination. Finance the total expenditure to be committed by the part of the tourism estimated to. You have to put the number here, or I have to put it.
First of all, I don't see your screen.
You don't see my screen? I'm going to do it again.
I see still the folders.
Me too. It's frozen.
Wrong.
Yes, wrong window, I guess.
Window. Okay. Because change application. Okay. Yeah. Start sharing. Let's see where it is. I'm going to share the screen better to be sure that we see the same thing. Now, this is, you see it now. Okay. So dissemination of the Article 6 about the budget. I don't know the number. You know the exact number? From the
exact number per person, you mean?
For the partner, for the extent.
No, I don't know. This is something that we need to check a bit. Well, I do know, actually. We have an Excel sheet. We will discuss it later, but this we can...
If you see the application, you're going to see that it's 60,000 total and every partner has a specific number, but I don't remember exactly. So
yeah, we have the number. There is a small hole, as I told you, in this kind of numbers that we need to check. So if we go through the contracts, we can fill it in afterwards.
So this is what we're going to do now. We are going to have to put the number here as it is in the proposal. Yeah, and we have also some detailed budget. Okay, we're going to attach also here, we are going to have one document for all the partners, and we have split it in per category, and this is going to be a part of the contract. No.
Mhm.
Okay, payments in advance and needs advance of, yeah, this is going to be, you have to fill it.
The 80%, I guess, right?
Yeah, and 80%, the parts to provide coordination at the latest. Yes, this is the number that is at the main contract. The date, sorry, here. It's okay. It's fine. Mhm. Okay, I think it's okay as soon as we put the numbers here. The first installment and the final payment. And the annex with the detailed budget, a small thing.
Well, how detailed do you want this to be? I mean,
Actually, we don't, as it is in the application, I think we need one paper and to have the budget split it per partner and
per activity.
per heading. I don't remember. I think what we have put there, exactly the same, copy paste. Yeah, you want me to do that, but you can copy. I think you can find any reference to budget in the intellectual output. You are going to copy in one page, and it's going to be annexed for every partner. Don't put many papers, 3 papers, one paper for everybody, for all the partners. I mean, you're going to have how much in travel, how much in personnel. That's all.
Okay, great. Is there anything that you need to add except this?
No, the project travel to 130 date, okay. Yes, that's okay. Okay, perfect. It's okay. So
Okay.
I'm going to stop sharing. This is good.
You can stop sharing then.
Okay.
And we can go to the next part. I don't know. The LDI is the same. So unless Slav, I think, corrected some minor things that we had.
No. So it's a basic one. So
Okay. Okay. So it will be kind of the same. So the other thing is to check a bit this kind of numbers, the budget, and find the calculations. Give me please a second to find my Excel sheet.
The second thing is that I think you have already hired yourself for the financials of the institution, your institution. Okay, in Czech. Okay, good.
Yeah, I hired myself. Of course, I haven't started paying myself, but I have to.
So yeah, so what we have to do as a next is we have to put some time sheets. Actually, what we would like to have is task and activities document. Would be very convenient to have it. It's exactly the Gantt diagram. I don't remember.
like the Gantt diagram.
Yes, it's the Gantt diagram. Actually, it is analytical, the Gantt diagram, and we're going to use the same table, and there we're going to be working days per partner. It will be very convenient for us. I think. Let me see. Yes, we have.
We have
a
Gantt
template
chart
already.
Here, yes, we have one Gantt diagram. Let me share it here again. Always I'm looking for the tools share screen. Okay. Here we are. Now, what we need here to have, we need to take the same table. I think we have it in Excel. If we don't, I'm going to upload in Basecamp in Excel also to come work on this. And we are going to keep this part here, not the long one with the dates. After here, we're going to put working days here as title. We are going to have 3 columns, and one is going to be meta-axis, the second is going to be LDI, and the third is going to be ECTE. And they are going to put working days per task here. Okay.
Okay.
And
Well,
here we are going to put starting date and ending date here in this column. So we know that the first task A11 is going to start this date and is going to finish this date. And ECTE has so many working days, LDI so many working days, and Metalax so many working days, and the total. This way we are going, it's very easy for us to say that, okay, till August, we need to justify so many working days. We can change it actually, you know, but in order to coordinate ourselves, and we are speaking about this, we are doing the same things, the same period, it's very convenient to have this here, this table, financial table, main financial table. And at the end here of every column, you have to agree that is the budget that we have approved, it has been approved, and the working days that have been approved. So you can start this, and it's very easy to finalize it till the end of week to have it. To agree with the approved budget, to agree with the approved working days, and all the stuff to be very clear. And after this, we can manipulate also, we can change some working days.
Do we really have to do this? I mean, since it's a lump sum amount,
Yes.
we're not supposed to give like time sheets and this kind of stuff. And I think we only need to.
We have to do
I mean, it's good
because
it's good to have it for ourselves.
yes, but also when we are going to finish the A1 task, oh, it's the title. Okay, we are going to know that let's say Metalaxis has spent 30 working days, for example. I don't know how many, and they were doing just let's say describing a review in practice. You can very easily make a review, and you can play with working days. It's not necessary to be strict. You know, we are making this, but after at the end we can change some dates and we'll change working days, but the results have to be the same. The same like it is described in an application. So this is all. For us, and you can make a planning also. You can say that, okay, for the next 6 months, we need 15 working days, for example, for your institution. Do you have it? Because you have hired yourself or not? Okay, if you have it, very good. After this, you can put yourself out of salary, for example. No need to be there. If you continue, you can be, of course, but no need for the project. So it's good to make the planning for the rest of the year. How many working days LDI needs to justify, to have also the financial justification of some person that has been hired. This is good for planning, actually. And also the money that is how much per day. Good to know.
Well, how much per day we have put in the application, or what is the actual cost per day you bid?
This is actually they don't mind. You can increase the number of days and decrease the salary per day. What they mind is to give the result you have promised here. So you can play for this. You can increase the working days and decrease the salary per day. But the final result has to be the same. So you can put here the working days, so it's easier to put the working days. You can also put in the first column the per day cost. So it's very easy to see if you have taken or absorbed the approved budget.
Okay.
So this is going to be our plan. It's going to be very convenient, Vangelis.
Yes, I mean, we have to build everything around this since we have like the titles and the
partners. How much is per day the cost? How many persons are going to be, let's say, work for the project? 1, 2, I don't know. For every person, we're going to be the per day cost. And
we already have an analysis made like kind of with some numbers. This is how we found like the small gaps in the budget. So we're checking, we'll show now.
Actually, for all our projects that we're having, we have this kind of Excel and we call it budget overview. Okay, budget overview. So at the first column is the approved budget. And the next columns is how much we absorb. And always there is a remain there to see, are we in line with the approved budget, or how we have left some budget not absorbed, let's say, because of don't have staff or don't declare things. So now it's early and you can do many things. If we lag behind, you can change some time schedule and say, okay, we have not done this month, we're going to do from September, no problem, because the results is the same. So it's very easy to have it. So I propose for the next meeting to have this budget overview, let's say table, which is going to be like this. We're going to remove all the year one and year two. Just we're going to put here start date, end date, and budget approved for not every task, because we don't have for every task, but we have for activity, I think, for first activity.
Yeah, for activities.
Do we have a template for this overview?
Yes.
Budget overview.
Mm-hmm.
I have. It's not difficult actually, because this is the one. It's very easy to create. If we don't have, I'm going to see now, if we don't have in Excel form, I'm going to upload the same in Excel form now, because I have it here.
Yeah, if you have it,
I'm going to check directly now, actually, because it's...
Can you please let me share my screen as well, because we have gathered the data in an Excel, so we can actually do even now.
The Gantt diagram first, Gantt diagram. Remote management. Gantt. It is also in Excel here, so don't worry. We have it in Excel. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen and give you the rights if I have not already make that. Okay. Now you can, Miguel, you can share your screen.
Okay, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we gathered a bit the numbers, of course, like the way that we have the rows and all these like are subject to change, of course. So we took everything that we had from the application. So we have the working days here, for example, for the first activity, like 43 days. So I guess we have to divide a bit the days between the other activities that you had already, right?
Yeah, if we like.
The sub-activities.
It's flexible, yes.
So we have this kind of both, we took also the Mondays that you put in the application and also the cost per day here, also for LDI, and also for metal axis. So yeah, okay, we also have the traveling here, and there were some minor mistakes in the working days because it was the sum was like 90 euros less than we applied from one part, and something was wrong also with for 90 euros or something like okay.
Have you uploaded this in Basecamp?
No, not yet.
So if you don't have already a section for financial, you can create one financial. You can put
we have one. We have one with the actual template that were given from the national agency to. It's the only file there, so we'll upload it. This was just to analyze a bit and, you know, to put the numbers. So this was the main question. Like we have some small numbers missing here. I think it's mistakes like from calculation that probably were done during.
Okay, so minor important because you can change the numbers in order to have the final.
Okay, that I mean, does it really matter? Like,
no.
If we have, it's quite minor amount. So
they don't mind. They're not asking for detailed numbers. You remember?
Okay.
They are not going to ask any tables, not any financials. They are going to see the quality and the outcomes. Okay.
But this is very good for our own overview.
What, Slava, what you're saying?
This is very good for our own overview.
Yes.
Yes. This way we did it this way to have it. So yeah, for here it's like 90 euros are missing from somewhere. So I guess it's like Sakis, was it like this 90 euros missing from LDI?
Yeah, for the LDI for the second activity for Moose, the calculation was off for 90 euros. And this is the only one that affects the total amount for the whole project is 90 euros less. For for the travel expense, that it was at one part, it was more like a typo. At one part, there were like 575 euros were missing, but at the next part, the numbers were correct. So it was just a typo at one part of the application. But
So-
for the 90 euros of LDI, they're missing.
So we have to add 90 euros to LDI, like to be fair,
Yeah.
or to give it to some
Okay,
other kind of.
You can add it in order to correct it to have, let's say, no problem.
Yeah, so if we add like this kind of amounts, we will have the total amounts. Yeah, it's like 60,000 here. So yeah, we will make this total amount and we'll get the 80% and put in the contracts. Does it matter like how do we adjust like the points in this? Do we have to have a real number or we can have like
I think it's
cents?
somewhere in order to have a logistic thing. To have
Yeah, I mean, does it matter in the contract? Does it have to be exactly the 80%? So, for example, it will be like, I don't know,
The contract-
14,000 point.
In the contract, Vangelis, we have a budget, a total budget of 60,000 exactly, I think.
Mhm. Yeah. In the
Sub budgets have to be when added to result in 60,000 euro. Okay, this is what matters. So we need this to have it. Add somewhere and not to have the sum to 60,000 euro. And afterwards, you can split it in the activities. We don't mind if it's 90 euros more somewhere or less, no problem.
No. Well, this was a gap. Like you know, it couldn't be like 60,000, so we have to put it somewhere.
The contracts have to be exactly the summation of the sub budget equal to the total, the grant budget of 60,000 euro.
Okay. So we'll make this to fix this, and if you can, and then we can put this kind of numbers to the other part, the Gantt diagram that you shared, so we can have like the other kind of view with the realized, with the budgeted items and the realized budget, like the absorbed one.
So you are going to upload this document here as approved budget, the official one. You are going to have this budget overview, the working version of how we're going to work for, and we're directly now we're going to dip in order to produce the first outcome, because we have a deadline here. Where's the deadline of the first activity? Do you remember?
March 23. You mean the first sub activity, right?
We have one activity, curriculum. So we have to make then some sub deadlines in order to reach the final one, because you have some research, you remember, we have some things. So the curriculum needs to be there. And we have to start now with the first activity, as we have it in the Gantt diagram, to put some dates that would like. Who is responsible for the first one? The curriculum. Who is me? I don't remember.
Meta-Alexis.
Meta-Alexis, okay, no.
Okay,
The Meta-Alexis is going to upload this new Gantt diagram according to the feelings, let's say, that is going to be implemented. Okay, how you feel it, that is reasonable to have it. And after this, we are going to agree. If somebody has any observation or some notice, you are going to tell, you are going to give 3, 4 days, 5 days for anybody has to have any notice on this one. And we are going to work to produce the outcomes of the first task till the deadline you are going to set in the Gantt diagram. Okay, or in the budget overview. Actually, the budget overview is for the financial. You know that all projects have 2 parts. One is the financial, and the other is the real outcomes. So the Gantt diagram is to follow all the tasks and activities in terms of deadlines, who is going to do what. And the financial is something different. We have to collect some proof of the expenses that we have presented this financial overview. So we're going to keep 2 different pillars of running the project.
Yes, of course, and that's why we have a separate meeting now. So let me see. Okay.
So concluding for this, what we have said now. First, we are going to take the Excel of the Gantt diagram and create another Excel under the financial section, call it budget overview. There, you are going to copy this approved budget, the numbers, to agree, let's say, to link with this budget overview sheet. You are going to put the working days for every partner in order to agree with the approved budget. And there we are going to have also the deadlines. As a second step, you are going to adjust the Gantt diagram in the new one to put new dates for the task that we should now produce, the outcomes, the task and the outcomes, in order to start, not to be anxious after. Okay, we know that August is a month that we are not working, but you can put a realistic deadline, let's say October or something like that. It's not needed in August, because first we are going to have some review on existing situations, something like that. Okay.
My question is, do we have to upload something somewhere? Like, do we have any other kind of obligation that we need to take care for now, like to upload something to the beneficiaries portal, or I don't know, communicate something else regarding?
The project is 2 years. There is a mid-report, and till the mid-report, on the mid-report, you have to have this platform you are working. You are going to upload some things that I don't know actually, because I don't know the platform. I'm going to ask some things what you have produced, some kind of mid-reporting in this platform. The only way of communicating with NCU is this platform. I don't remember if we have everybody has access on this. I think so. To have access.
I think you should, at least me and Sakis have, and I think you should have received an email. It should be like in the email that was in the application. So
let me
it's
right here essentials. Let's see. Yes, there is a. I'm going to share screen to see what. Okay, I'm going to share the screen now again. And I'm going to show you what we have received to see everybody. Every partner has received that. Okay. This is what has been received. Okay. It says here, and this is the project details. To access, please follow the steps below. Go there. And with the EU login, we're going to have.
Yeah, but this is for the end or for the.
This is what we have, nothing else. Also, the IMAS has the same.
Yeah, it's also for the application. The same.
Okay.
But I don't remember the EU login. Let's see if it is already somewhere stored internally.
Yeah, don't really worry. I mean, I entered this, but I don't know if we have to upload. So if you go, we cannot really see. Probably if you open the browser, we still see the document, right?
No, remember now. Let's see. No. In case I don't remember the passwords now. Oh, okay. I will go in another place. So in any case, I don't think we have to put something now.
Okay. And the other question, yes. Regarding the contracts, what could be the earliest signing date? Because you told me the previous time that you have like up to 3 months or something. Okay, I don't want to have the contract signed in July. I think we should put it a bit earlier because it's already some months that we're supposed to be working.
Actually, you just put the numbers that we have agreed with the 90 euros, make the correction and put the right numbers in the contracts. You put the 80%, this is fine afterwards. You're going to send to us to sign it and send it back scanned to you.
Yes, but what date? Which date? Can we sign it in April?
But when the project starts, it was 1st of March. That says there at the first page.
Something like that, yes.
So there is in Greece, at least, there are every 3 months submitting, let's say, in the platform of contract. So the first 3 months, it was January, February, March. The second is April. So now, till the 10th of June, we have to upload it. 10th of June. So this
now it's July.
July, sorry, June. Okay, there is something. Sorry, yes. No. April. Yes, April, May, June is the second 3 months. So 10th of July is the deadline. for us.
Okay, so if I put it to start for, that we signed on the 1st of April or something will be okay
Yeah.
for you,
Yes.
if we have it now, I guess. So you have to upload like the actual contract signed.
Actually, we're not uploading the contract. We're just writing the dates.
Okay, that's better. That's more feasible, I guess, because of course we wait until Slava goes back. Slava, do you have any kind of things like this in Germany as well that you?
Well, what do you mean?
If you have, as Kostas is saying, when we sign a contract, you need to declare somewhere that you signed it and that you're starting for some reason.
No, not really. I just upload it and that's it.
Okay.
You upload it
That's-
somewhere? No.
Where?
Do you upload the contract somewhere? No.
In our base camp.
No, I mean the
No, not for us. Like legally, we mean.
the financial. No need for in Germany. Here in Greece, they need to upload all the contracts. You know, to upload to register in the platform. They have specific deadlines every 3 months. You have to put everything there. So in Germany, it's, the things are simpler because they're controlling everything. Don't,
We have just the reports and that's it.
yeah. Good. Slava, now what we are going to have after Vangelis is going to upload the budget overview with the working days and the salary per staff. Afterwards, we're going to see the existing situation in LDI to see if you also have to hire somebody, to hire yourself or somebody in order to declare this budget and to also justify the working days exactly as the project, not to have any anxiety in the future, as Vangelis has done in Czech. Okay. And I'm going also to check here in Greece if the amount of salary is related with the amount that we have declared in this budget overview per day. If not, I'm going to ask them to increase it to be in line with us.
Can we also attract some freelancers or should the person be hired?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
hired.
This is a bit vague, to be honest, from the at least from the guidelines that I read. You cannot hire freelancers to outsource stuff. In order to do that, you could you had to declare it in the application. It should be up to 20% of the total budget. So, for example, we could have hired an accountant, external one, and declare it there and have 20% of the budget allocated there or to another subcontractor. However, this thing that is unclear to me is if you have an agreement with a freelancer, like a work agreement, but he's a freelancer. So this is the way that I don't really understand how it works.
Hybrid freelancer.
I mean, for example, I want to try it with my accountant as well. I want to sign here like a deal, like an hourly payment or something, but I cannot hire her as a normal person, like in the company. I don't have such a need.
Does he have a permanent seat, a desk in your office? If he has, then you can negotiate with them. He has to be a permanent staff, can be a freelancer, but be permanently working there with an agreement. I'm coming every day, and this is what actually they like to have it. So I don't think we have to risk this.
And yeah, I know we don't have to risk. I want to ask at some point. However, since I told my accountant to actually check all the documents for that, it was not specifying that you have to have we lost Lava, a working agreement. Τι λέω.
Στο ελληνικά τώρα.
Τώρα εδώ πω ελληνικά. Ναι, τέλος πάντων δεν έλεγε ότι πρέπει να είσαι υπάλληλος. Θεωρητικά μπορείς να έχεις ένα agreement, ένα work agreement permanent. Δεν ξέρω. Τώρα εγώ έτσι ας πούμε δουλεύω με τους σαν freelancer και σε άλλες εταιρείες. Υπογράψεις ένα agreement ότι δουλεύω για σένα και πληρώνεις με την ώρα.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Yes.
So yeah, this is a bit vague to be honest. However, I can ask at some point, since I hired myself and I think we will not have an issue with that, I hope. But we can ask because I would like to check it this way. However, it should be written or justified in a way that it will mean that you have that you didn't hire someone only for this project, okay? That you in general have this kind of working agreement. I'm not very confident about that. Costa says no.
The others, the NCU said no, because I have asked also. However, in some cases, I got another reply, but it's a matter that I don't want to fight with them. You know, the Greek NCU says no, and some other cases say, okay, if the freelancer is freelancing only for up to 3 companies, it's okay. You can declare it as a permanent staff in your, if it's more, but it's not exactly what we would like. So I think we don't have to risk this. Always, in order to be sure, you need to address a letter to the MCNU and have a written receipt. And there you can describe the situation, that this is the contract, this is the person, is this justifiable or not? If you get a positive answer, you okay, put it to the records there, it's okay. But this is the best way to do that, not at the end.
Okay. So we need to know exactly what to ask if we are going to do that, and we need to
Yes.
have a sample contract to ask for that. So I don't know, Slava, how you're going with that. I mean,
We will hire someone, so it's not a big deal then.
You can hire yourself. You can hire me.
Well, for example, yes,
Hire
send
me.
me your CV, please.
or you can hire Sakis here. He wants to come to.
Yeah, but we are going to discuss this, Slava, let's say next week. No, next week, maybe. Sometime. The soonest we're going to discuss in detail to be sure that we are leaving behind this thing with the staff things, and to focus on the real project and the outcomes afterwards.
Mhm.
Okay.
Of course, we'll need to recheck it. As far as I understood, do we need to provide any kind of proof of payments or something to justify that the budget has been allocated or not? Or,
They're not going to ask us. From what I read, they do not ask. However, we need to keep somewhere for in case, just in case there is a general, let's say, audit or accidental, because they are making like gambling and to say, okay, I'm going to visit this person. There is not such a case, but I think we need to start in the correct way. We're not going to have money from the European Union without to spend it. Okay, so we are going to spend it either in salaries or in tickets or in something. We are going to not to have any benefit earning.
But the normal accounting is enough, right? So
Yes.
we need don't okay.
Actually, if some institutions have many projects, they need to have, let's say, some code and declare the expenses to the specific project. You have like an accounting section, as they call it, or the accounting softwares they have it. Let's say if you spend a lunch, for example, they can actually, I spend it for this project. You give a code to the project, and at the end, if you filter this code, you are going to have all income and all expenses under this plus minus. Plus when you are getting money, minus when you are spending. You can put any kind of spending you have, you can put it there.
yeah, it should be, at least in my, well, I will work with that with my accountant, because at least from the coordinator's perspective, they need to have like, or they asked us that we should have like a different accounting, as you said, like Merida, this kind of different code to have everything. So I don't really, well, not I don't know. Yeah, the one thing that I wanted to ask is, do you think, Kostas, that we need any kind of invoice or any kind of paper to sign different separately than the contract that we will sign in order for me to send you the money?
In almost all cases, not almost, in all cases, not needed any, because just the transfer from the bank, it's a proof for your accounting system that you paid the money you have got. Not invoice is needed. Okay.
Okay.
For us here, for the Greeks, we are going to have an invoice, but we are not going to send. If you like, we can send you. But
I will ask my accountant if needed, and if needed, of course, everyone will have to send me something, because I will not be able. But I just want to see if because
I know there is not any need to issue, let's say, invoices for the money they are getting. It is automatically through the bank is declared in the income section of any institution, because the bank account is exclusively for the institution. It's controlled by the tax office I don't know, regularly, every day, I don't know. In Greece, however, we have always to declare our income through invoices because this is the only way to be declared. However, we will not declare directly the date we are getting the money. Because if you're getting the money in December and there's a subsidy to do things and there is a direct 30% out as a taxation, how you are going to implement the project afterwards. So we're declaring the income, not direct, but after 1 year, something like that, in order to have also the expenses there. You can understand. So the invoice is not directly when the money are deposited in the account. But after, maybe at the end of the project, when there is a balance of the project, we know what we have we know what we have spent, and the rest can be taxed, but not before. Can you imagine, let's say that there is a project that has mobility, you have to pay tickets, accommodation, lunches, and you get the money in December, and the tax office coming and get 30%, and afterwards you cannot implement the project. You cannot have tickets, you cannot have food because they have got it. Somebody, so this is not a contribution. So this is how things are working. No need for you. Nobody is asking for us to send an invoice when we are getting money from the for the project. However, we are issuing invoices at the end of the year for all the income that we have. And you are going to ask your accounting if they need now. We are going to issue an invoice now.
Okay. Okay, I will ask. I hope.
Maybe the contract is enough, and also the extract of the bank that you make the transfer through the bank. It's enough for them.
Okay, that's clear then. So we summarize, like, we need to work a bit on the this Gantt diagram and put this whole budget overview. We're gonna do it as SAP. We're gonna upload also our analysis there, just to have it as evidence, and we're gonna put the right numbers, and I'm sending you the right numbers in the contract so you can have them signed. I have to sign them also and send them, right? So I will send all those to you so we can proceed with this and be okay and perform the transfers before August comes and we want to go holidays.
Yeah.
And the next thing, yes, it will be for us, me and Sakis will work a bit on putting some deadlines. So
the Gantt
I don't
diagram,
know.
implementation folder, in the implementation section of the project, you are going to put the Gantt diagram, the new version, updated.
Yeah.
Just with dates of every task that is described there to know what we are going to do. And when you do that, we're going to write down a methodology of doing the task. Text.
Yes,
Us describing how we are going to work, if there need any template, in order to coordinate to reach the result, like a manual, a guidelines, we can call it, or methodology of implementing the specific activity.
I remember, as we're doing in the other projects, I guess, right?
I think I have uploaded.
I think you uploaded something.
Yeah,
sample.
the template that we are using actually, that describing what we are doing and what we have to do. So let's say if it is a first task about a research, we are going to write down that we are going to use desktop research to find companies. I don't know, anything that is going to be helpful. And there we can upgrade it during the implementation phase because it's dynamic document, maybe changes, and you are going to have a template afterwards. You are not going to research everything. We're going to have some directions to what we are going to look, what questions you can ask some companies, maybe, I don't know, something that we are going to agree in order to reach the outcome and the template of the outcome.
Okay, so do you want, well, the next meeting we should go over it and discuss this and boost a bit the implementation. So
yeah, starting from the first task.
Okay, so when do you think we should meet again for this?
First upload the two tables, the financial and the other, and the approved budget there. And okay, I have an issue at the last week. Let's see the dates now. This week and next week, 23. Okay. If you manage to upload a draft, what you like actually in the methodology, how you think it, we can work on a base of this draft,
Mhm.
write something and to have something to discuss. Actually, I'm going to be in a hospital the last week of July, having an operation in thyroid, the last week of July. So now have 2 weeks periods to do that. Let's say you can have a draft anytime it's convenient for you before the last week of July.
Yeah, we'll try to do it like way before because unless I come to Crete and I come to Rethymno, we'll do it together, Kostas. You
Yeah, when are you going to come?
know. I told you around 16th, I'm there.
16.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, can do it together. No, this is vacation for you. You can send prior. Although I'll be available if you like.
Yeah, if I manage to be at Rethymno, we'll pass by. I told you. I will arrange, or else we'll have a coffee.
You'll be welcome.
That's great then. Okay, so we will do this. I will push the contract so we can start with that.
Yeah.
When I don't know when you will speak with Slava regarding this kind of issues, if we have anything to ask for me to ask,
Actually,
like
we would like to have first the budget overview document you are going to upload in order to know exactly the working days to make the plan to see how we're going to. Maybe we would like to move, let's say, some working days in August or in September, anything that's convenient.
yeah, well, as far as I checked, at least the days are not that many. So if you don't have anyone, it would be easier because I did it with me as well. I tried to calculate it as detailed as I could, but you're supposed to take holidays as well and this kind of stuff. So I think it will be okay, like in the way that I saw it, like for myself at least as a part-time that I declared. So I think it will be less than if you start now, for example, until the end of the project, it should be less than 20 hours per week, let's say. So less than part-time.
Okay, let's see how we're going to do it.
For you, for the other partners, because I had some kind of more due to the admin tasks that we're supposed to get. So I have some extra hours, and I think you have less.
Yeah.
For Slava especially, because he has a higher mandate there that you have put than us.
Okay.
So I mean, like it should be quite flexible, like to squeeze a couple of months in case we have
We're
problems.
trying to do that, I think.
Yeah.
In any case.
Excellent.
So that's it. So we're going to speak next week then. Okay.
Okay. Next
Perfect.
week. You're
very
gonna
good.
hear from me.
In this period, work into another project. I'm going to explain you when you're going to be here, if you pass from the OX. And I'm going to make a plan for next period to see what we're going to do. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
That-
Slava, can you stay a little afterwards? We're going to finish to speak.
Sure.
Okay, very good.
Goodbye from us then. Enjoy your vacation, Slava.
Thank you, Vangelis.
And just upload the video for the minutes so that
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
going to
write them
stop
as soon
now
as possible.
recording and I'm going to send the links directly afterwards. Okay.
Okay.